Go live. I'm hitting go live. Let me check my page to make sure we got
When God is in it,
listen, y'all.
there is no limit. When God is in it. Girl, this part of my favorite part came on right when we went live. It's not over.
Y'all see the title of this? It's not over. And Shantae over here singing the
Listen,
gospel.
I'm about to have church, honey. That part came on. I said, oh, Lord,
We about
honey.
to have church.
Listen.
We
Oh, girl.
about to
Yes.
have church. I told her to come on and sing the song for the people. Sing
Listen.
for the people.
What's up, Facebook? How y'all doing? Rebecca, are you starting this? What am I doing? Like, what are we doing? You
What are
going
we
first
doing?
or
What are we
me?
doing? You're starting this. Come on, let's
Got
kick
it.
this
What's
off.
up, everybody? What's up? What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up, everybody? What's up? Yo, Rebecca and I haven't done a live together in a while. We used to always do lives together on her
We
page.
did.
Then she done got bougie and everything. And now she don't really be having me. She don't invite me on her page no more or whatever. But because she on this bougie stream yard. But here I
Oh,
am, Facebook family. I hope you guys are all doing absolutely amazing. Why are we live? Oh my gosh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about why we're live. If you're able to hear us and see us clearly, comment below, say what's up, let us know where you're tuning in from, where you guys at. We would love to say hi. And let's talk about why it's not over. Okay, it's not over. One, because something that we started earlier this year, Rebecca and I, we started something called Life by Design Academy. Maybe you're living under a rock and maybe you don't even know what we're talking about. But it was something that
why don't
Rebecca
you
and
give us
I,
the background about how that went? Okay.
Life by Design Academy,
Yeah.
was something that I thought would be amazing because Rebecca has taught me so much about manifestation and
Y'all
how
see,
to
she's trying
create
to
the
butter me
life.
up before she gets to how this really got started. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Life by Design started because I learned so much, and all those principles really helped me walk into the life that I'm able to have now. And I really wanted to do something just for my team. And I was telling Rebecca, like, Rebecca, I need you to share this with my team. And she was like, okay. So it was going to be a small group. And then people started asking, like, I want to join, I want to join, I want to join. So then we were going to do it in a team fashion with hers. And then we said, no, we're going to make it bigger. So Life by Design Academy turned into a Facebook group that Rebecca and I started that I had to kind of convince her to do a little bit. And I think I wish I knew the original way she wanted it to be. We thought it was going to take weeks for us to get a couple hundred people. What you got to say?
The original way, why are we talking about the original way? The original way was legit supposed to be me, Shantae, and a couple of our leaders. That was it. Then it went from that to, okay, let's pick a small section of our team and kind of work from there. And then they can share it with their team. And then it went from that to, okay, let's just open it up to our team. And then, Miss, I want to save the world. It went from that to open it up to the world. And then that's when we went live on our Facebook pages. And we were supposed to have a small amount, but she'll tell you about that as well. So what happened, Shante?
So what had happened was within 24 hours, y'all, we had well over 400, 500 people waiting to be added into this group. And Rebecca was ready to cut it off. And I was like, no, let's do it. So first we stopped at 777, but there were still hundreds of people waiting. So then I was able to talk her in lovingly into extending it to 888 people. And let me tell you guys, that course was revolutionary for so many different lives. And I don't think Rebecca and I even knew that. And sometimes I don't think we still know that because, we were just doing it because we wanted to give back. We wanted to create a safe space for people to grow. to feel safe sharing their goals. You guys, I
Can
don't know about you.
I us on the back real quick? You know how they got that little meme out there that be like, you know, my biggest flex? Our biggest flex is that we really don't flex like we should, because real talk, from that Life by Design Academy, yo, we received, so I wish we could put together like a scrolling reel of all of the inboxes, all of the victories, all of the people that were healed, all of the people that were able to manifest their authentic greatness, the flood of blessings that came through, the mind shift changes, people who started businesses, got new jobs, bought new cars, bought new homes. Like, yo, huge pat on the back to us, because we definitely did not even stop to be like, oh, we're the truth. Like, seriously, like that. Yeah.
It turned into something amazing. What was even more fun was the community that it created. You know, so many times when you're going after your goals and your dreams, it's very hard to be around people who want the same things you want, who want to go after big goals, who want to change their thinking, who want to get better. And so this was a safe place where we had weekly challenges and we had assignments, and it was just so much fun. So that is how this whole thing started. You know, that's how Life by Design started. It was nothing that we were trying to do as a business or anything like that. It was strictly something just giving back, loving on our tribe, our community, those who are next to us. And so it turned into something that was really fulfilling I know I can say for me and Rebecca, it was literally fulfilling. I was crying almost every other second. Literally hearing the stories, people being healed, people growing. And you guys, so that gets us into now where we are here. So Rebecca, I will throw it to you, because let's talk about It's Not Over, because it's not over.
It's definitely not over, sis. So Shantae pointed this out yesterday, because before we came live on our pages, we had to go live in Life by Design Academy. And so some of y'all are going to be upset because they had access to something that you don't have access to, because it's all gone. So we had to go live in Life by Design Academy first yesterday before coming live on our pages, because those are our boo things, right? Because we started that course. But what Shantae pointed out yesterday that I did not even realize is we kicked that course off in the first 3 months of 2020 before the pandemic hit. You know what I mean? And so I truly think that people who took advantage of that course, I think that they may have had a different perspective going into the pandemic. I think that they may have been able to withstand a lot more than some, because their mindset probably was in a different place. And so I want to make sure that as we have this conversation, you all understand we are not crazy, okay? We know the world that we're living in. Most importantly, let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room. There's a lot of racial tension going on. We're very aware of the color of our skin, okay? We know that there's an election coming up on November 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, one of these days. When is it? November 5th, right? 3rd, November 3rd. Well, listen, when you get the option to vote early, you kind of, but
you know, I'm voting early, but yeah.
The election is coming up. We know that there are millions upon millions of Americans who have been affected financially, with incomes being snatched from them. We know that they go ahead and they have statistics saying that there will be another 50 million Americans who may be facing eviction come December. We know there are a lot of heavy issues going on right now, okay? We do not, let me be clear, we do not want you to think that we are oblivious to what's going on in the world. We are not being insensitive to any of those things. However, we also understand that it's not over and you can control your reality. We choose not to subscribe to certain narratives. We choose to pick up the remote and change the channel if we do not like what's on the TV. And that applies to your life as well. You can change the channel at any given point in time. And so the reason that this is titled is It's Not Over, y'all, is we have about 80 days left, okay, in 2020. We have the rest of October, the rest of November, and the rest of December. And one of the things that I truly believe is that these last 3 months, you can be more prosperous and attract more abundance into your life and be happier than you were in the first 9 months of this year if you want to do that. Shantae and I talk all the time, and sometimes it's almost like a guilty conversation, but we know we haven't done anything wrong. So not guilty in that sense, but guilty in the sense of, with everything that's going on in the world right now, we are probably the most peaceful we've ever been, the happiest we've ever been, the most successful we've ever been, the most financially free we've ever been, the most time freedom we've ever had, the most spiritually aligned. Like, it is just absolutely insane in the midst of all of the chaos that's going on. And that does not happen by chance. I think that is a conscious decision that we have made when it comes to, looking at the world around us. And so I definitely want to ask you guys, and you can drop it in the comments, when you look at these last 3 months of 2020, how do you feel? Drop an adjective. Are you hopeful? Are you sad? Are you depressed? Are you uncertain? Because I know Shantae and I are excited. We are expecting great things. We are in a energy flow. We are skipping and skating through these next 3 months. And when I tell you guys, I don't want to hear you're waiting until January 1st to make a decision, because you can decide to change your reality at any given point in time. It does not take a day on the calendar. I used to subscribe to that belief years ago. Like, oh, January 1st is coming. I can wait until January 1st. You can change tomorrow. You can change the day after that. You can change the day after that. You don't have to wait for a day on a calendar to make a decision. And so I want you guys to dig deep, right? And I want you to reflect on everything that has been going on over these last couple of months. I hear so many people that say they want to throw 2020 in the garbage. I absolutely do not. I have learned so much and I've grown so much through everything that was going on. When I tell y'all, October, November, and December, we come in for everything. I'm talking about everything. And our goal is to create a community and a tribe that wants to do the exact same thing. And I think we set that groundwork with the Life by Design Academy. But I think it's time to turn it up a little bit. Just turn it up a little bit. Turn it up a little notch. And so I'm going to, Shantae got a big mouth, y'all. She spilled the beans, first of all, long before she was supposed to, inside of Life by Design Academy. So I am sure she cannot wait to tell you guys what we have coming up. But before she does, let me be very clear, okay? Number one, Life by Design Academy, she talked me into moving the numbers several times. No. She's not going to have the opportunity to do that this go round. We are not going to be moving those numbers several times, okay? And one of the main reasons is I feel like we are really looking to create a community where everyone feels safe, protected, and we want to protect our peace, and everything isn't for everybody. I remember one of the main reasons that I was so scared to go live about manifestation in the first place is everybody has, their own opinions of what's this and what's that and all this kind of stuff. And let me just put out there, y'all, Shantae comes from Lord Jesus. Pastor after pastor after pastor after pastor. They got professional gospel singers and preachers, and her grandma was anointing people. Like, they got all of that, okay? I do not have that family background, but if you know me, I am definitely into my spiritual connection with God. I know I'm on a goal to journey to read the Bible in a year, and like all of that other kind of stuff. And sometimes people like to take stuff just because they don't understand it, and they like to twist it, right? And one of the things that we always believed and thought and researched and found out to be true is, the same power that God has. No, we don't embody all of it, but he did place a little piece of that inside all of us. And all you have to do is learn how to harness that energy so that you can use that to manifest what you need in your life. And sometimes when people don't understand things, they like to go ahead and pull out crazy words and try to connect things together that do not even make sense. And I did not want us to be in a place where we had to feel like we were battling with people about our spiritual beliefs. And so we said this once on our Life by Design Academy live, and we're going to say it once here live on our timeline. Everything that Shantae and I do has a spiritual base and grounding in it. Number one, we know who we are and we know whose we are. We know exactly who is guiding us, and we are not crazy. We cannot do any of this on our own. And in that same breath, we also know that we serve a God of abundance who wants us to live a life of abundance while we are on earth, not when we get up to heaven. And that is in every single aspect of our lives. And so we don't plan on talking about that or addressing that again. But I did just want to go ahead and throw that out there because that was definitely one of my pullbacks in the very beginning. And so with that being said, y'all, we want to make sure that we really have a community of people that we can lift up and really empower over these next couple of months before we close out 2020. So now Shantae with her big old mouth is going to tell you guys what we have coming up next.
So you guys,
she was singing before she got on here.
I was singing. So you guys, we are starting a 5-day manifestation intensive program in November, the first week of November. We're going to be talking to you guys and teaching you. And I love our perspective to manifestation because you guys, that word is a buzzword now. Everyone's using the word manifestation, but we like to come at it from a perspective of healing. The truth is, you guys, if you are not happy, if you are not whole, if you are not healed, if you carry a lot of unforgiveness, resentment, bitterness, guilt, unworthiness, okay? It's very hard. It's very hard to walk in abundance in your life because you don't feel worthy. You don't feel good enough. You don't feel smart enough. You don't feel like you can do enough to get what you're asking for. A lot of times, even when it comes to how we were raised, we know what the Bible says, but we don't live it, right? We don't understand that God really has given us.
Say that again.
We know what the Bible says, but we don't really live it. Because the word of God lets us know that we have authority and we have dominion over the earth. And so you have power. He's giving you that much authority. He told you that whatever you say, whatever you speak, that you have life and death, whatever you speak, you can create it. And so we don't understand that. We don't understand that if something's not serving us anymore, we can change that situation. And so the idea that we have with manifestation is to really help you create. That's what we're trying to do. This goal is to help you create the life that gives you joy, that gives you peace. That's what it is. That's what we do this. That's why we love doing this. I love watching people heal because when you are healed, you have better friendships. You treat people better. You have a healthy perspective in how you interact with people. You communicate differently when you're happy and when you're whole, and you're able to bring in the abundance. And so I really, really want to make sure that we harness that. And so that's the purpose of this, you guys. The purpose of this is for you to walk in your healing so that you can get everything that God has for you. I don't know about you, but something changed the moment that I started to decide to create. The moment I started to take it seriously about what am I saying? What am I thinking? How do I view myself? That started to change my life, and my life is different. I was saying this earlier today in my Instagram stories. I was saying one of the greatest lessons I've learned this year is to trust myself, to trust the Holy Spirit within me, to trust that when he tells me to make a decision, to just trust that he's there. We're always taught so many times to do what everybody else is doing, or this looks different, maybe I shouldn't do that. And I've learned that I'm smart enough, I'm capable enough, and I can make decisions for myself, and I can make decisions that serve me. And so not only do I feel like I'm in a peaceful place, I use the word, I feel like I have powerful peace. I feel like I'm empowered, I'm strong, I have this peace, I have this joy. It surpasses my understanding. And I feel like, wow, at any given moment, if something doesn't serve me anymore, I can just say, okay, this is not working. I don't want to do this. And that is so powerful because for so many years with everything that I've been through and all the stuff, you guys, if you follow Unlock Your Greatness, you guys know a lot of the trauma. And if you've done Life by Design Academy, I'm super transparent with you guys in there. And if you guys decide to partner with us in this, you'll see and know more about my story when it comes to trauma, when it comes to my religious upbringing and so many other things. But the bottom line, you guys, is you can change your reality at any moment. You are good enough. You are worthy of abundance. And abundance doesn't always just mean money. It means abundance in love. It means abundance in letting things go. A lot of times we can't receive what God has for us because we're so filled up with anger, with bitterness, with not letting go of bad relationships or, stuff that your mama did, your daddy did. We have so much of that built up in us that we can't receive the abundance. So we want something that we don't have enough room to take. So the purpose behind the manifestation group that we're doing is to help you unlock that, to find out what those blocks are, what's stopping you from getting that. Let's have that conversation. It's not going to be some long, drawn out thing like our first course. So it's just 5 days. We're going to get in and we're going to get out, but it's going to be impactful. It's going to be powerful. Oh, go ahead.
I do want to throw this in there though, y'all. And I want to be open with this conversation. And this is not speaking in business terms. This is just speaking in life. When Shantae talked about abundance and she talked about having abundance in all aspects of your life, we're not just talking about financially. She is absolutely correct. But I do just want to throw this out there real quick, because I don't know where this saying comes from or this spirit that people have when it comes to abundance as it relates to finances. When I hear people say money isn't everything, money isn't going to make you happy, you're absolutely correct. Money is not everything, and no, money is not going to make you happy, which is why Shantae was very clear about you having to heal yourself first, right? Because if you're holding on to all of these other things, you have no room for abundance anyway. That's another reason why people who are extremely wealthy or extremely successful can have a lot of money and still not be happy, still unfortunately be addicted to some type of substance, or unfortunately decide to take their lives, or they look for happiness in other places because they're not happy within. But let's talk about that person that is happy within, right? That person that is emotionally healed. Where do we get this spirit from that it is wrong to want to have a lot of money? I totally am not subscribing to any of that bullshit, because the last time I checked, you need money to purchase food. You need money to buy a car. You need money to buy a house. You need money to put your children through college if they don't have scholarships and you don't want them to come out of school with tons and tons of debt and loans. You need money if you want to start a business. You need money to take care of your children, to buy clothes. So why are we running around with this lack mindset, making it seem like it's so wrong to want a lot of something that you need to purchase every single thing in your life? Because 9 times out of 10, if you went to college, unless you just wanted a social environment, you went to school, you collected degrees and student loans because the goal was for you to be qualified to do what? Go get a job so that you would be able to seek employment, all right, where they would pay you an income because you needed to earn money. So let's normalize it being okay to welcome abundance and money into your life. It is okay. Whoever told you it was not, please let go of that lack mindset. So when Shantae talks about, removing those blockages, there are so many things in place in your life that has been ingrained in you that you may not even be aware of. Even when I think about when people used to be like, money don't grow on trees. Actually, it does. It's made of paper. And it's kind of endless amount of it. It's limitless. Like, it kind of does grow on trees. So I just had to throw that in there. Go ahead, Shantae.
No, it's so true. And you guys, the reason why is we're conditioned that way. We're conditioned to think that money is yucky, that we feel nasty for it. We feel bad about it, but we know that we need it, and we feel dirty, and there's a reason behind that. I want you to have I want you to have some of it, but not too much. And so we really want to make sure that's a block. That's a limiting belief that, and I want you guys to be clear, what you want, it wants you to, right? But then on top of that, y'all, if I decide that money is disgusting, if I decide that money is evil, if I decide that money is not, if I say all those things that Rebecca said, then you have to understand that's why money's not coming in your life. Right. So let's translate that. Let's translate that to a relationship, right? If I say all men are dogs and all men treat me like crap, well, then I can't get upset when I keep attracting men who treat me like crap. Same thing goes for money. If you have that bad of a feeling about money, that's why money keeps coming in and out of your life and it doesn't stay very long. That's why you can't keep it. That's why you're unstable. That's why you're always overdrafting your account. That's why you never have enough. That's why you're always stressed out about it, because you have a love-hate relationship with it. So the whole purpose of what we teach is to help you feel safe in liking money and understanding that there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with you. And everyone says, oh, when people say these things as they wear their, designer this and their designer that, like, you have to understand, like, there's nothing wrong with it. Right. So what we see on the outside is just a material manifestation of what we've done in our mindset and our healing. So when you see the abundance around Rebecca and you see the abundance, and even when you see around me, it's because of all the work that we've done on the inside. And so we were originally going to do a course back in June, and it got pushed back. And I was telling Rebecca, I believe, and we were saying in our private group, that we believe it's because we've learned so much that we are like 55 times more powerful now than we were back then. And so we're excited. And so I don't know how Rebecca shared that link, but if you guys have enjoyed this conversation and want a deeper depth or a deeper explanation and description on it, you're going to love this intensive. Rebecca and I like to do everything effectively, efficiently, and with excellence. And so we have been working extremely hard on something for our tribe, and there are limited spots. We're not going to, I can't convince Rebecca to open it up. So we are opening it up. Our first group was 888.
But she still went over 888. Let's be clear.
I was about to say, and then it went up to 1,111. And so, so this go around, you guys, it is going to be 444. And that is our number for everyone. That is our number for you guys. That is the number that Rebecca will not allow me to go past. So with that being said, I don't know where she put the link, but all you have to do is click on it. And you'll be added to our email list. You'll get some freebies from us. You breaking up. What'd you say?
But I also want to throw this out there in case y'all think y'all gonna go to her about this. When you talk to some people that's in Life by Design Academy and you find out that they have something that you don't have access to, okay? Don't go to Shantae asking her for that either. Because that will not be coming back until 2021, okay?
That's correct.
Because y'all have no idea the amount of time, effort, preparation, prayers, cleansing, particulars of ingredient. Like, no. The answer is no. So do not come close. Don't try to send her an inbox like, hey, Shantae, can you? No, because she can't make it by herself and I can't make it by myself. That means we have to come together. And guess who's not a willing participant? Me. It's not happening. That's not happening. So just so y'all know.
She's so silly. Yes. So, so we're really excited. We would love to work with you guys. If you're interested and you wanted to learn more about manifestation and how to create, we would love to work with you. We would love to have you as a part of our community. It's something that Rebecca and I take a lot of pride in. This is something that we have been working really hard on. We have some more things in the works for this tribe that we're working with. We have so many things that we want to do to help you heal and to help you grow, and to help you guys have peace. And we just want to we want to normalize your healing. We want to normalize you feeling safe to heal. A lot of women particularly don't feel that sisterhood when it comes to being able to share when things hurt, when things are painful, and they don't feel safe to share that. And so their lack of being able to share creates resentment and bitterness. And that's why we're so particular about who we let in, and why we always do things in a limited way, because it's sacred when people really, our last course, people really opened up about some very, very traumatic things that they went through. I mean, some very heavy, I mean, I'm getting emotional thinking about some of the stuff that those women shared with me, and they were, I mean, weeping literally, about the thing. Like I remember a young woman's call that I literally had to, we did the course and then I talked to her after the course was over. And it was just a personal phone call, and she just wept on the phone for, you know, a long period of time. So it was like literally like ministry. And so I say that with the intent, this is important. This is very big. You don't know what people are carrying. People have been hurt. People have been raped, abused, molested, traumatized, beaten, hurt by their family members, things like that. And these things have to do with why they don't believe they're good enough, and why they don't like themselves, and why they, you know, carry anger and bitterness. And those things are the root to their healing, their abundance, and their freedom. And so we have to address it. And so I want you guys to know that, one, we're not new to this, we're true to it, one, but then, and then two, we want to work with you and we want to love on you. So if you're open to it, if you're interested in it, I know Rebecca's dropping the link. You guys can click on it. Just give us your first and last name, email address, all that good stuff. This is open to anyone who is interested. What were you going to say?
One thing I'm going to say, y'all, is please, for the love of Jesus, I don't have that Shantae voice, but please, for the love of Jesus, give us a good 48 hours when you click on the link to put in your email address. Because I saw somebody put, like, are we going to know if we're part of the 444? Once you put your first and last name in and your email address, then you will receive an email about the course that we're doing for the 5-day intensive. The reason we did it that way is just to be completely honest. Like Shantae said, we are wanting to be very protective of people who are going to be sharing openly and all that other type of stuff. And so we are going through the emails to sort through who we are sending out the information to. And so I'm trying to say that in the nicest way possible, but it just is what it is. So we need you guys to make sure you give us a good 48 hours before you inbox us, and just give us a little bit of grace, because we are getting a lot of inboxes and text messages and emails and stuff like that, especially because we went live in our Life by Design Academy yesterday. So this kind of started before we went live on our page. And so we are still responding to some of those messages. So just know that we got it. We see you, and we promise that we're coming. Our goal is to send out emails daily. They'll probably go out in the evening or either first thing in the morning, so that we can go through the list and then say, okay, boom, let's go ahead and send these out. And so we're just asking you to give us some grace. So about 48 hours, and you will definitely go ahead and get that info.
Yes. And so if you guys have any questions, feel free to message me, message Rebecca. We'll be happy to answer it. And we'll also be sharing with you guys all the details through those emails. So I'm really excited. Man, I can't wait. I feel like there's going to be so many people that are going to get healed. It was so many people that were healed last time, and I just feel like this is going to be monumental. Anytime you're helping people heal, not only are you helping them, you're helping generations after them. You're helping their children. You're helping their children's children. So it's a big deal. We're breaking generational.
Girl, don't get me started saying that. I just gotta throw this out there, because me and my mom talk about this all the freaking time. People have no idea how they affect their children and how they make their lives easier or harder based on what they've been through and if they are healed or not. And my mother preaches that to me, because there are so many things. And I love Shantae's, and then we're going to be done. This is me just rambling at this point. I love our relationship because we are very different. I mean, completely different people with different experiences. And I love the difference that we have, because I feel that the things that Shantae experienced has really, really allowed her to be a healer, and just really get through to the souls of folks. But it also makes me realize that those who have not we come up with a lot of excuses, and there are people who really been through who go through a lot to heal themselves to get to where they need to be. And when I look at that and I have conversations with my mom, and I'm blessed not to have certain traumas in different areas of my life. But when people don't have those traumas, it's almost like they come up with so many ridiculous excuses. And it's like, how dare you, when I'm sitting here connected to a young lady who has been through A, B, C, D, almost the entire alphabet. And not only did she come back and make it through it and heal herself, but she's in the business of helping other people get through it as well and heal. And so it's kind of like, when you said that, it really just rang a bell for me, because my mom talks about all that all the time. And she always talks about the way I'm raising my son, and to be conscious not to put any of those traumas in his life, because life is hard enough without you having to get through all of those bondages and curses and chains and limited beliefs. And so that just really hit home for me. So I'm excited, y'all. This is going to be bomb.
Yes, I'm so excited. So we love you. We can't wait to see you on the inside. You will know that you got approved, as you guys, once you pay for the course and all that good stuff, you will get added to the platform immediately. So you'll know, you'll be added to that VIP spot. It's not here on Facebook.
It's not a Facebook group.
It's not a Facebook group. So you will be added to it. So you'll know when you're in, you'll be added to the platform. You'll see all the other members that are there already. So just keep an eye on your emails, check your spam folders, all that good stuff. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to hit me or Rebecca up. And I think that's it. We love you guys. We can't wait to work with you guys.